guys, it's Steve here. It is Saturday, January 28th, 2017. In this video, I'm going to be doing a rant about something in the music industry today that, that makes today's music just fucking suck so bad. And that is on Autotune. Now, I meant to do this, I tried doing this rant last night, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't talk well, and I didn't want to be up all night trying to do it, so I just decided to wait till tonight to do it. Yeah, Autotune. Now, if you don't know what Autotune is, it's basically like something like, that makes your voice sound better, like, let's just say you try to sing, but, you suck. You sound like shit. Your voice sounds like shit. You can't sing real well. Well, there's actually something called Autotune that, will make your voice sound better. So, you then use Autotune and it makes your voice sound like better. It makes it sound better, and you hear it a lot in, almost every song now, because, everybody, I'm not saying all, but majority of the musicians nowadays, they use Autotune in their fucking music and shit, because, and that proves that they have no talent by using Autotune. Back in the day when music was good, like in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, no one used Autotune. People actually, knew how to, they knew how to sing. They didn't use Autotune. They didn't need it. They actually had talent. They were good, You know what I mean. They worked hard to, have talent. You know what I mean. They didn't need Autotune. They didn't use Autotune. They didn't use that stupid, computer shit, use instruments on the computer and stuff like fucking, I don't know, GarageBand, I don't know, any other fucking, GarageBand is a fucking software. If you never heard of GarageBand, I used it, in a class that I had to take. You use GarageBand, it's basically music beats or whatever. Drum sounds, guitar sounds, Yeah, but, you know what I mean? Back in the day, nobody used that shit. They didn't use that fucking Autotune or, computer stuff. They actually used real instruments in their real voice. They worked hard to get, talent. They practiced. And they were, good. They had talent. And everyone in the music industry had talent, If you had no talent, well, you couldn't be in the music industry. Only people with talent could be in the music industry. It was about talent. Now, it's not about fucking talent. It's about fucking looks and shit and making money. The people who, who do have talent now, they, they're may not be the best looking people in the world, but, they have talent. They get fucking ignored. They get, nobody pays attention to them. Now the people, like, here's an artist, a band or an artist, they could actually sing. They have a good voice. They don't need Autotune. They play they use real instruments, They have talent. They're good. But they may not be, attractive. And here's another person over here who, who is very attractive, who has very good looks, but, cannot sing for shit. They don't know how to play, they can't play an instrument, and they can't sing, They suck at singing. They choose the person who can't sing, but with good looks, instead of the person with not the best looks and actual talent. Because it's all about fucking looks. You have talent, but you don't look good. So sorry, fuck you. You're not getting a record label. You can't sing, but you do look good. But, I'm gonna pick you to give you a record label, to, be, in the music industry, you know. You don't know, yeah, you suck at singing? Don't worry about it. You could just use Autotune to make your voice sound better, and don't know how to play an instrument? Just use, you know, the computer stuff. You know, you don't have to play an instrument. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. That's why so many people, you know, you turn on the radio and listen to today's music, almost all of it has Autotune, you know. Including fucking Ariana Grande or whatever. Her, Jacob Sartorius. Fuck him. I did a rant. I mentioned about Autotune in, what was that? In the rant I made about him like last month. Who else? Almost everyone, every other fucking pop singer and rap artist or even some rock today use Autotune, you know? And metal, any music, you know, it just proves that, you know, you got no talent and shit. They don't care about fucking talent. You don't have to have talent anymore. You just have to have good looks and shit. You know, just use Autotune to, you know, make you sound better. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Fuck. Never mind. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, but fuck Autotune. It's destroying fucking, you know, the music industry. You know, music was so much better back then because, you know, people actually had talent. They didn't, you know, they didn't use Autotune or that computer stuff. It didn't matter on how you looked. It mattered if you had talent. Now, it's all about fucking looks, and you don't sound the best, just use Autotune, which, you know, it's ridiculous. I don't know what else to say, but, and, you know, and you also try hearing, you also hear, you know, artists today, you know, you hear them trying to sing without Autotune, and they sound like fucking shit. They can't sing. That's why they use Autotune to make themselves sound better, you know, because again, it's all about fucking looks. A fucking band or an artist who, you know, actually, who doesn't look the best but actually has talent, because they, you know, they, you know, play real instruments, they work hard to have talent, they get ignored, or, you know, they don't get, you know, the fame and shit that they deserve, while the person who, you know, doesn't have talent but has real good looks, they get all the fucking fame. They suck. They just fucking make them sound better by using Autotune and that computer shit. And they get all the fucking fame and shit, and, you know, it's just ridiculous. And I remember there was this one episode of, iCarly, if you know iCarly. You know, that Nickelodeon show, I used to watch that show all the time when I was younger. You know, back in like 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, I used to watch that show a lot. I liked that show. I remember there was this one episode where there was this one guy, his name was like Jake or whatever, which, you know, Carly and Sam, like, they both had like a crush on him or whatever. I think they liked him. And I remember he was like performing for like an iCarly web show. He was trying to play the guitar and sing. So, you know, he was playing the guitar and singing, "You're so beautiful." I don't know. I forgot how, you know what I mean. And he sounded like shit, you know. His voice sucked. So, Freddie, you know, found a software to, you know, an Autotune software to make his voice sound better. Autotune. He put Autotune in his, you know, to make him sound better, and then he sounded better with Autotune, and then Carly was like, "Give me that nose," and then kissed his nose. You know what episode I'm talking about if you watched iCarly. Yeah, the guy Jake sounded like shit when he was singing, and, you know, then they used Autotune to make him sound better. You know, but yeah, Autotune, Just proves that you have no talent. It's destroying the music industry now. Back then in the day when music was good, in the 70s and 80s, 60s, even 90s, you know, most people in the music industry had talent. They didn't use Autotune. Now, it's all about fucking looks. It's not about talent. Just, you know what I mean. Again, I keep repeating this. It's just about looks, and if you can't sing, oh well, we'll just use Autotune. You know, it's ridiculous. Fuck Autotune. And you know, there's some music today that, you know, that I like, you know, that, you know, has Autotune, but majority of it just sucks. You know, I like music from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s before my time. I was born in the mid 90s, and you know, which, you know, music was like good before then, before my time, before I was born. But yeah, I might have talked about Autotune in my rant I made about today's music, which I made that video a couple years ago, one of my most popular videos. But yeah, this is the video. Fuck Autotune. And yeah, if you disagree, that's fine. You don't have to agree with me, but don't post negative comments bashing me with insults. If you do, I'll delete your comment. If you do agree, just comment and like the video, do whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, and I'll do more rants, more vlogs, more review videos, more gameplay videos, more any other type of video I do on this channel. So have a good one, guys.